Do you know what the Speak Tank is? The Speak Tank is a high school project that allows students to express themselves, practice public speaking skills, and put into practice what they have learned in English, chemistry, and biology. This is the first Speak Tank held at our Montessori school, and that makes us feel very proud.
Students with the best arguments will continue in the competition. In the end, the judges will decide who the students with the best performance.
To convert and to compare. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Good afternoon, school principal, parents and judges. Welcome to the first Speak Tank event here at our school. Today, you all witness the best of our first semester.
In the first round, a scientific topic will be addressed. In the second round, the students will propose a product that can be made using the procedures.
This afternoon, we're going to talk about compounds, mixtures, and methods of separation.
To begin with, what's a compound? Chemical compounds are substances that are made of two or more different chemical in certain form and proportion. For example, the water compounds H2O, that means oxygen and two hydrogen atoms.
Now, what is a mixture? A mixture is a combination of two or more components that are distinguishable. The substance retains its distinctive properties.
Filtration removes the solid particles from the liquid, such as filtering coffee. The other mixture separation method is distillation. In this case, distillation is a purification method that involves vaporizing the
Homogeneous appear to be very uniform.
Thank you very much. And a question for Jacqueline. What method would you use to separate a homogeneous mixture?
If you ask me, I will.
And the same question for Jacqueline. The distillation process is a way of separating mixtures. How could you apply your knowledge to create a commonly used product?
Which are synthesis, composition, single replacement, and double replacement. The first one, that is synthesis, requires two elements that will mix them together to make a compound with unique qualities. This mix can be realized by changing the temperature, the pressure, or mixing with a tool. And chemical equation is represented like this. The element A will mix with
the glycerin that is going to the metal, and we need to get it rest 40 days.
Not so. Thank you very much.
What kind of types of chemical reactions?
In my opinion, there are two: the decomposition and the double replacement. Because every day we interact with these two when we fire on the gas by cooking a meat. This is a decomposition process because the gas is going to.
How is the law of conservation of matter applied in a chemical reaction?
I am going to explain with my examples. The law of material is that we need to have the same budgets and products.
Thank you so much. Did you want to achieve with the research?
My objective is to give a product that is economical to all the people.
Thank you so much.
Other types of elements.
That would be all, thanks. And also from covalent bonds.
Okay, thank you, Teresa. Now for Gael, the question is, what are the difference between an organic compound and an inorganic compound?
Organic compound is elements
or compounds and chemicals, and that's in the group.
Thank you.
other without participating in a chemical change. Changes. The general properties of a mixture are the components of the mixture, each give their original properties. The separation of the components can be second, and the proportion of the components is variable. We have two types of mixture. There are the homogeneous mixture and the heterogeneous mixture. The homogeneous mixture has uniform composition and
What is a chemical compound?
it's a fact that a chemical compound is, as my parents said before, is any substance composed of identically molecules consisting of two or more atoms of different chemistry elements.
Thank you. And the same question for Genaro. What is a chemical compound?
A chemical compound is the obtaining product when two or more elements are chemically combined in a fixed ratio by mass.
To create a commonly used product.
With the distillation, we can do process oil that have some uses. We can use this process oil to do a water process, or to put this process oil in a cream, or to do a conditioner. We need essential scents, and this will be a good option to do a conditioner with process oil.
To make alcohol by the distillation of a fruit. In this case, I'm going to use an orange, or it can be used a pineapple or a grape instead. Once the alcohol is obtained, that's where the issue of mixture comes in. I'm going to mix alcohol with other compounds such as glycerin and carbon until we get antibacterial gel. Later on, we will be able to sell it into the general public. Thanks.
Well, as far as I know, the process of saponification makes soap and glycerin. If we separate the glycerin from the soap,
Sell in the hotels to put this package or sonic conditioner bar in the hotels.
well, it's a fact that the antibacterial gel is a commodity product that we use all day since the pandemic arrives in our lives. So, what's the first step to sell it in the public? Well, the first step is to observe who is our customer. The advantage.
And additionally, this is a good way to protect the environment and don't use liquid conditioner, because we use 95% less water.
Good afternoon, school principal, parents and judges. Welcome to the first Speak Tank event here at our school. Today,
At least 20 years, and it's probably lifelong. WHO doesn't recommend the booster vaccine for the person who have completed the third dose vaccination schedule. For secondary promotion, we have the early diagnosis. For this, we need to determine the bilirubins, the phosphate, and the glutamic transminases. Also the biometrics, and do a blood test. In timely treatment, we have the prohibition of drinking alcoholic beverages, and for people who have liver cancer, it is recommended a liver transplant.
tell me, how does the WHO define the disease?
Well, WHO defines the disease as the absence of psychological, mental, and social well-being, and that's all.
Kendra, the natural history of the disease describes its evolution without medical intervention, passing through the resolution, recovery, chronicity, or death. In natural history, there are two periods. What are they? Explain each one.
Yes, we'll have to answer the question by the judges to create 3 rounds. The students will the best argument to continue with the competition. Then, the judges will decide what student with the best performance.
In the first round, the students will talk about how problems that currently exist in the world, such as cancer, sexually transmitted diseases, among others.
In the second round, the students will contextualize the key problems in their lives mentioned in round 1. In the third round, the finalists will have to combine ideas to relate
The cells in prostate start to grow out of control. The treatments for cancer are the same for another type of cancer, like surgery, chemotherapy, or radiotherapy. The symptoms are blood in your eye.
Other symptoms is abdominal pain, fever, vaginal abnormal rhythm, odor, and redness in the genital area.
But if you don't know it, some STDs may be diagnosed by a physical exam or a microscopic examination of a fluid. That's all. Thanks for your attention.
Is Miranda. Thank you very much, Santiago.
Hi, good afternoon. Our topic is well-balanced diet.
Balanced diet. According to the evolutionary characterization, balanced diet is malnutrition. Optimal nutrition is when your body doesn't have the nutrients and vitamins necessary to exist. Exact condition of a balanced diet depends on each person, like the sex, age, lifestyle, and how much exercise they do. I hope
will guarantee your well-being in short and long term. Poor nutrition is one of the great problems that modern life due to rush and complications. For example, people have to be practical for everything. That's why the people prefer to eat fast food, and that's why the people for different ages present some different diseases. The principal, such as diabetes, anemia, cardiovascular diseases, overweight and obesity, and in extreme cases, colon cancer. Okay, if you have a good idea what is a good balanced diet, you have.
Larissa, why is it important to know the Mexican healthy beverage guidelines?
Well, if you ask me, it's important because it's an informative guide to show that what drink you need to drink and will be healthy, and what drink do not recommend for a good health. Thanks.
Thank you. Larissa, why is it important to know the Mexican healthy beverage guidelines?
Well, if you ask me, it's important because it's an informative guide to show that what drink you need to drink and will be healthy, and what drink do not recommend for a good health. Thanks.
Thank you.
Of whom there are 300,000 active cases could require treatment. This number of patients that have been infected will increase to 7 or 8 million Mexicans due to the low production of the vaccine. Thank you.
My topic is cancer. Cancer is the leading cause of death in worldwide. In Mexico, cancer is the third cause of death with 12% of all the deaths. Prostate cancer is the second cause of death in men, and breast cancer is the third cause of death in women. Cancer causes a lot of deaths per year. In 2015, 8.
Like COVID-19, this disease was the center of attention of health authorities. However, sexually transmitted infection did not rest in some countries, the United States and Mexico, which will cause a one-egg pregnancy. Thanks.
In Mexico, 75% of the 13 years old people have obesity and overweight, increasing the number of teenagers with diabetes and hypertension. In the 20 last year, diabetes is the main
diet.
That could help to prevent STDs are the teaching of sexual health and the correct use of contraceptive methods in the young population of any country.
Entregamos el primer lugar El primer lugar en salud y vida es para Gabriel González Vázquez.
Miranda, how do you feel after the contest?
Well, I really enjoyed this experience because the fact that our school promotes this type of activities helped me with my skills in English, and speaking in public is a challenging, but I think we all did it well. Thanks.
Oscar, how do you feel after the competition?
Well, with this vocational experience, you can increase your confidence about speaking English in front of people, also to know how to investigate about a topic or an issue in a foreign language. In this aspect, is English, that is a commonly language in around the world. So you can use it in the university or in the daily life. Thanks.
Good afternoon. What was your impression about the competition?
Good afternoon. I'm really very impressive for the knowledge about the different topics about the students are explained to the people, explained to the partners, explained to the other person who are how they are how they are about the qualification for the procedure, and I think it's very important, not only for them, only for the students, until that the fathers, the teachers, and the principals to the school, and I think it's we have to repeat these events with other schools, with other colleges.
The first Speak Tank activity has come to the end, and I'd like to thank judges, parents, principals, but above all students, because I know how hard you worked throughout this time. I'd like to congratulate you. All of you did a great job. Thank you so much.